Hi everyone, welcome to my next video. I'm Heidi and I'm completely blind, so I don't look directly at you, but I promise I'm right here with you. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about 14 crowd-pleasing designer fragrances. These fragrances, I think, are rather safe. You know, if you go outside, if you are meeting someone for the first time and you just want to make a good first impression, I think these fragrances are a very good bet. These fragrances might not be for everyone. Not there might be fragrances in this list that you don't necessarily like, but I think, you know, if you smell it on someone else, you will agree that it smells rather good. Let's get into it. It is so hot today here in South Africa, guys. I absolutely hate it. So I think designer fragrances are generally rather crowd pleasing, right? But I think these ones are particularly crowd pleasing. Now the first one is my Empty Flower Bomb by Viktor & Rolf. This is a tea, vanilla, osmanthus fragrance. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. This is a warm smell, a vanilla smell in my opinion, with that slight peachiness that the osmanthus gives it. It is so feminine, but it is not airily feminine. It is grounded in that vanilla base. And there's patchouli in here as well. I don't really get the patchouli because I don't get that earthiness that is really associated with patchouli. I love this fragrance. I hate the fact that it's empty. I've got an inspiration of this one, but I'm definitely going to repurchase this one. And I have my eye on Mother's Day because I just have certain days in the year that I'm buying designer fragrances from now on when it is on sale. So this one definitely is a crowd pleaser. In my opinion, you will smell good, you will smell feminine, and it's just, yeah, likable. Love this one. I really want to smell the new Flower Bomb Pretty Peony, but I didn't see it. I can't find it yet in South Africa, so I guess I will have to wait. The next one that's quite a crowd pleaser is Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. This is the Light Blue Intense. Now, who doesn't know this fragrance? This is lemon and apple. It is very citrus forward, but there's still a sweetness, a slight sweetness from that apple in there. So it's not a straight up lemon. It is clean. It is undeniably fresh. I love this fragrance so much. Now I know some people find that they don't want to wear it because it smells like cleaning products, but I think, you know, once again, smelling it on someone else, it is so non-offensive and just undeniably fresh and good and clean. Love this fragrance, and also got quite a number of compliments on that one. So the next one is once again an empty, and this is Black Opium by YSL. This I am definitely repurchasing on Valentine's Day. I've already made up my mind about that. This is a vanilla pear coffee fragrance, but this is not a barista coffee. You will not smell like a barista. You will smell perfumey. It is so good. I got so many compliments and strong reactions on this fragrance. Many people say this is a clubbing fragrance. I get why they're saying that, but you know, I wore this one to bed. I've worn this one to work, to concerts, to lunch, any sort of event. This one is appropriate for. And I know this is crowd pleasing because of the reactions I got on this fragrance. There's nothing, in my opinion, offensive about this one. Now, on my wish list is Black Opium Le Parfum. So that one apparently is more vanillic. Apparently there's, yeah, it's apparently more vanillic than this one. So I really want to smell that one. Okay, so the fourth one is Burberry Goddess. It feels like I spoke about this one to no end. This is lavender, vanilla. Oh, it is so good. That blend of lavender and vanilla is just perfection. This is femininity in a bottle. There's ginger in here, which makes it ever so slightly spicy, but mostly what you will get is that lavender and that vanilla. I love this fragrance. I cannot imagine how this cannot be a crowd pleaser, to be honest. Absolutely wonderful. In the same vein are these two. Now this is Mon Guerlain by Guerlain, and this is Guess Seductive Noir by Guess. In Guess Seductive Noir there's sage and vanilla, and in this one there's lavender and vanilla, but they smell exactly the same. Oh, this is so good. Oh my word, this fragrance is absolutely phenomenal. So I've done a comparison before, but let me just smell again. Yeah, for me, Burberry Goddess is a bit deeper, and I get the lavender a bit more. Whereas with Mon Guerlain, there's a slight airiness. It's a higher pitch than Burberry Goddess, in my opinion. One of you asked me the other day whether Angam from Lattafa smells the same as Mon Guerlain, and it really doesn't. It smells the same as Burberry Goddess. Yeah, Burberry Goddess for me is definitely deeper, definitely more spicy, and Mon Guerlain, yes, a higher note, higher pitch. It's so amazing that both can be lavender vanillas and smell so very different. Sorry guys if I'm very flushed, but yo, it's hot. It is so hot today. Okay, anyway, did I speak enough about this one? This is also femininity in a bottle. We know already, Jeremy Fragrance said this is a wife perfume, Mon Guerlain. Absolutely, it just smells comforting, it smells inviting, it smells softly feminine. The next one I think is a crowd pleaser is La Vie Belle Intensement. Now this one is powdery, it's raspberry, it's vanilla. It smells almost like a rose water with Turkish delight and baby powder. That sounds like quite the concoction. But yeah, it is sweet, powdery, raspberry, vanilla. This is beautiful. This is also softly feminine. I think this one you can wear anywhere and it will be appropriate. Anywhere, work, date night, appropriate for all those occasions. The next one, let's stay with La Vie Belle, is La Vie Belle Vanille Nude. Now, La Vie Belle Vanille Nude has the same DNA as La Vie Belle. It has that typical jasmine, irisy, sweet smell that we know from La Vie Belle, but it's got a hefty dose of vanilla, as the name would suggest. This is a quiet, whispering fragrance, unlike La Vie Belle, which is quite loud, quite projecting, quite in your face. This one, to my mind and my experience, is softer. It's a bit toned back in terms of projection, and it's a bit more close to the skin. This would also be appropriate on a plane, you know, with any situation where you are in close proximity to a lot of people and you don't necessarily want to draw attention. This one is absolutely gorgeous and so extremely non-offensive. It's not even funny. Okie dokie. Which one next? Oh, this one. Oh, this is Pink Sugar by Aqualina. Now, this is cotton candy, licorice, sugary. This smells sweet. This smells girly, yet feminine. It reminds me of when you wear like a pink dress, just beautiful silver sandals. This is so good. I think many people will say this is not appropriate for work, probably. I would wear it to work. It is definitely very sweet, but I think it's that licorice that gives it a bit of depth. So it's not a high-pitched fragrance. It's also not a low-pitched fragrance. Yeah, it's got depth. It must be that licorice. I think men tend to like this one, especially men. This is really a beautiful fragrance. I saw reviews where people said that it smelled cheap, yet they still like to smell it on others. For me, it doesn't smell cheap. It doesn't smell cheap to me. To me, it does smell linear. It's not complex, but I don't know about you, but I find that, and I think I had the similar conversations the other day in the comments, that it's sometimes our less linear, our less or more linear and less complex fragrances that are actually the best. You know, the fragrances that people will say, oh, that's so basic. I find that they are often the most pleasant, that they are the nicest to wear. And Pink Sugar is definitely for me in that category. So, you know, I often think we say to each other here on YouTube, oh, I smelled that fragrance and oh, I didn't like it, but I just didn't understand it. But now that I understand it, now I appreciate it. You know what I always think when someone say that, and I mean, I've said it before as well, so and it's true, you know, sometimes you feel like now you understand the fragrance, now you can appreciate it. But what I always think is that if you walk down the street and someone walk past you, they're not going to say, oh, you know, I don't understand that fragrance on that person. They're going to say, that smells bad, or, oh no, that fragrance is horrible. You know what I'm saying? To the average person, I mean to the lay person who's not really into perfumes like we are, I think it's just a matter of, does the perfume smell good or not, period. And yeah, I'm going off on a tangent now, but I think sometimes, you know, we can get caught up in whether fragrance is complex or not and forget, is it smelling good or not? And that is basically the most important thing. Well, I know we shouldn't wear fragrances for others in theory, but I am sorry, I want to smell good. That is why I'm wearing perfume. If I didn't want to smell good, I wouldn't be wearing perfume. So anyway, tangent done. Okay, the next one is Viva La Juicy Gold Couture by Juicy Couture. This is a caramel, berries, fragrance. This is also soft. It's also closer to the skin. Oops. Oh, it is sweet but still perfumey. I find that many designer fragrances, their gourmands are often still very perfumey. It's not like photorealistic caramel, right? Oh, but this one is so beautiful. Sweet and berries and caramel. That caramel comes through very clearly, but it's not a thick caramel. That berries makes it slightly airy, but it's undeniably sweet and definitely close to the skin. Definitely a crowd pleaser. Love this fragrance. Okay, how many do we have left? We've got, oh, 4 left. My goodness. This is Chanel Chance Au Tendre. This is an apple, or it smells like apple, girly. It smells like an apple shampoo to me. Oh no, this doesn't smell good. I think I had Mont Guerlain on my hand and mixed with Au Tendre. Not to be recommended. But this is just a clean, fresh apple shampoo fragrance. I must say it doesn't last very long, but it smells extremely feminine. It's that typical feminine, fruity, floral sort of fragrance. But if you think in terms of an apple shampoo with some florals added, that is what you will get with Au Tendre. This is the EDP, by the way. There's rose in here as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And my bottle is basically done. And I bought it in 2022. Yeah, so it lasted for about 4 years. Okay, so the next one is Hypnotic Poison EDT by Dior. This is a dewy, almondy, comforting, feminine fragrance. It's definitely not airy. It's deeper. Oh no, I just smell Au Tendre. Yeah, it's deeper and comforting. Like I say, you can definitely smell that almond. That almond gives a comforting feel to this fragrance. It is a warm, comforting, feminine, vanilla almond fragrance. It will make you feel like you are enveloped in a hug, but yet it's got a very sexy edge to it, in my opinion. It's so hard to describe it. Not Hypnotic Poison. It is amazing. I've gotten so many compliments on this one. So if you want a more affordable version of Hypnotic Poison, Hypnotic Vanilla by Zara is quite a good inspiration of Hypnotic Poison. Okay, we've got 2 left. This is Bon Bon by Viktor and Rolf. Now this is sweet and peachy. So whereas Juicy Couture Gold Couture is caramel and berries, this one is caramel and peach. So it's sweet, but it's got a fruitiness to it, but extremely sweet. This is beautiful. This makes me feel so girly. It is, think in terms of Britney Spears Fantasy. It's on that level of sweetness, but also that level of crowd pleasingness. Oh, they're my dog barks. This is beautiful. I've already said, a friend of mine, when she smelled it on me, she WhatsApped me the next day and said, please can you write down that fragrance because I want to buy it. It is really, really good. And then lastly is Midnight Rose by Lancome. This is a raspberry vanilla fragrance. This is a jammy rose, sweet. Oh man, this is so good. I know jammy roses aren't for everyone. I know that. But I am sure if you smell this on someone, you will like it. A friend of mine came to visit me the other day and she smelled all of my fragrances. Believe it or not, all of them. And her favorite one was this one. It smells, like Sophie London said, like a raspberry liqueur. It is so difficult to describe this one, but it is just sweet, rosy, jammy, vanillic, beautiful, beautiful. I got 3 compliments on this fragrance last weekend. I was visiting a friend. I arrived early and he said, oh my word, you smell so good, what do you have on? And then 2 other friends arrived and I was sitting next to the one friend and we were sitting under the fan, and as the air was blowing towards her, she said, oh, now I can smell your fragrance, what do you have on, it's so good. And she asked me later again, what is that again? So, and then the other friend, when we said goodbye and we hugged, she said, oh yeah, your fragrance does smell good. So yeah, this is Midnight Rose. Absolutely love this fragrance. So these are my 14 crowd pleasing designer fragrances. Please let me know, what do you regard as your crowd pleasing fragrances? I would really love to know. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As always, I appreciate you all so, so much. And until Friday, bye for now.